today's video I'm going to be chatting through my favourite thing in the world, which is fabric. Since I can remember, I have been a fabric hoarder, a fabric collector. I've just been obsessed with cloth and the excitement that it brings to the possibilities of projects you can make. And so for that reason I have got quite a lot of fabric. And I mean, yes, it is my job. But I do also have a lot. So I recently actually got rid of a load and they're up for sale on my website if you're interested. They're just sat up on there under my shop section. There's a little fabric sale. I've kind of been putting off this video because I didn't know where to start with it, but I think I'm just gonna list off my favourite places to start with, and then I'm gonna sit on the floor with you and I'm just going to show you all of the fabric that's in my boxes and all of my collection of fabrics and trims. Might not do trims, that might have to be a separate video. I've just been making a list of my favourite fabric shops. I know I'm probably going to kick myself once I've finished this video and there'll be a really obvious one that I've forgotten. Most of these have an online shop. I don't know where in the world they send to, but all of these ones that I mentioned do send to the UK. So let's start with number one. My favourite fabric shop, I'm pretty sure it's my favourite fabric shop ever, is Merchant & Mills, and they just have the most beautiful selection of fabrics. A lot of them are made in India. There's a lot of beautiful hand-woven fabrics, a lot of texture and nice prints, a lot of block printed fabrics. They have a website and they also have a beautiful shop in Rye, so if you're ever in East Sussex then definitely head over to Rye and give them a little visit because it will just be in fabric heaven. I have some little clips from when I went with my friend Candice last year, and it's just a lovely space. Staff are super helpful. They've got mock-ups of the patterns so you can try on the pattern before you buy the pattern to make it yourself. And what else do they have there? Lots of good buttons, trim, just really, really nice stuff. And I actually think they're pretty well priced as well compared to the next shops I'm going to talk about. Huge Merchant & Mills fan over here. Definitely go and check them out. I think what I particularly like about them is the weight of the fabrics that you can buy, especially the lightweight sort of block printed fabrics. Those are beautiful, especially for dresses and blouses. They have a real good drape. They have a really good drape to them, and a lot of the time you'll buy fabric and you'll be like, oh, it looks handmade, whereas I feel like the Merchant & Mills stuff is really easy to look, just worn and loved. I could probably talk about Merchant & Mills all day, to be honest. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be trying to get a job there. When I'm going through all of my fabrics in a bit, I will obviously tell you where all of them are from, and a lot of them are Merchant & Mills, so I will mention when they are. They also do sewing courses, and they do these amazing retreats in a house that they've done up in like all Merchant & Mills fabrics. So if you're willing to pay to go and do one of those, then they look pretty amazing. The next two are quite similar to Merchant & Mills, but they're a little bit more expensive, but I think that's mainly because they're located in London. So we've got the Cloth House and the Cloth Shop, and why they have such similar names beats me. I'm pretty sure they're completely different enterprises and everything, but they stock some beautiful things. So if you're in London and you don't know where to go for fabric shops, I would highly recommend the Cloth House and the Cloth Shop. They're both kind of on the outskirts now, or not the outskirts, but they're not central London anymore. I know the Cloth House used to be in Soho, and I used to go there all the time when I was at university, but now I think that's somewhere east. I haven't actually been to their new shop in London, but they have a good online shop, so I tend to just shop online. And then of course if you are in London, then Liberty is, you just have to go and visit Liberty if you haven't already. The fabrics are beautiful, and a lot of the times they will have a 20% off sale across all of their fabrics. They seem to do that quite a lot at the moment. So keep an eye out online or in store for discounts. They're very expensive, but I think it's worth it because you get such a large width of fabric. They're usually all 150 or 140, I think, wide. So I think Liberty fabrics are definitely worth the investment. If you have a really nice dress or blouse that you want to make, then definitely worth it. I tend to only buy the cotton lawn from Liberty. They do have a slightly cheaper cotton for the patchwork cotton, but it's often a bit thicker. It's good for bag making, but I wouldn't use it for dressmaking. You can obviously use cotton lawn for bag making too. If you're interested in picking up some Liberty fabric, I have some stashed away, and I find it really hard to cut into it, not gonna lie. So yeah, that's my main issue with Liberty fabric. I like it too much, but I don't want to use it. Then another shop in London that is a little bit off the beaten track is New Craft House, and they stock dead stock fabrics. So they're all from ex-designer ranges, and they've got a great selection. They're always getting new stuff in, so definitely worth checking out. I wouldn't necessarily say you need to go to the shop. It's quite far out in London, but if you're in that sort of area, I can't remember where it was, but oh, Columbia Road, that was it. So if you're near Columbia Road Flower Market, or just Columbia Road, then I would check out the New Craft House. Oh, there's also another fabric shop in London that I like called Ray Stitch, and they sell a lot of organic cotton fabrics. So obviously I love that, but I've never really bought any from there. I just know that I like them, but I don't know why I've never bought from there. And then I thought I may as well talk about fabric shops I don't rate highly in London. I will carry on talking about my other favourite fabric shops, but the ones I don't love in London are McCulloch and Wallace. I do like that shop, but my god is it expensive. And I've never had good service in McCulloch and Wallace. They've always been kind of not very nice, especially in the fabric section. Downstairs in the haberdashery I had some nice girls there once, but yeah, I'd go to look around, but I wouldn't bother buying from there. The next few shops are all kind of online or not in London. So the first one is Mason's Abingdon. I live in Oxfordshire, so Abingdon is not too far for me to go. It's about half an hour drive for me, and I just park up, walk in, and honestly it's just, if you've never been to Abingdon, there's about 3 or 4, I think there's 3 Masons shops in Abingdon. So you've got the haberdashery shop, there's a fabric shop, and then there's an upholstery fabric shop, and they are dirt cheap. Well, not dirt cheap, but they're cheap. And it's a little bit of a hunt to find what you want, but it's kind of like stepping back in time when you go into these shops, because you know, it's just like everything is a reasonable price. There's just everything you'd want for a home sewer. Really good haberdashery and trim shop. They have like basically anything you would want. They do have an online shop, but I'm not 100% sure how good it is. So if you can make the trip to Abingdon, then I would go and do that. And then when I was in Copenhagen a few years ago, I went to Self-Made, and that was just I loved it. And I've recently discovered that you can get stuff sent to the UK from Self-Made, and I wasn't charged any taxes. Don't know if it's always going to be like that, but yeah, it came so quickly, and I love that shop so much. They have so many organic cotton fabrics that it's just heaven. Then if you're in the Cornwall area, Truro Fabrics is very nice. If it's quilting fabrics you're after, there's the Bramble Patch and the Cotton Patch. Lots of patches. I feel like good quilting fabrics are very easy to find online. I don't always love the finish on them. I find that they can be a bit shiny, or just like meh. There's not much, like, I don't know what it is. The texture's just not always there for me, that I don't always love quilted fabric. Not quilted fabric, quilting fabric. There's the Fabric Godmother online. They've got loads and loads of fabrics and good amounts of wadding and all that sort of stuff. Dalston Mills do some good cheap fabric. I've ordered from them in the past. The only thing with them is the images are not great, so it's kind of hard to tell what you're getting. And then Empress Mills is one of my favourite fabric shops online. I don't think they've got any shops, any physical shops anywhere, but that is where I order all of my thread and wadding and calico, anything I want to buy in bulk, because they do a good discount if you're buying lots of stuff. So these threads are what I use on my sewing machine. You can buy them in a smaller format. I will link these down below. So those are specific fabric shops that I love. But a lot of the time I will buy bedding as fabric. Zara Home do amazing prints. So every now and then, if they've got a sale, I will buy the bedding and like just the biggest duvet cover that they have, and that works out at about £5–6 a metre usually. So that is something I do a lot, is buying duvet covers or flat sheets. I also will look in charity shops, antique fairs and eBay for old bed sheets, old curtains, old fabric, trims. I love sourcing secondhand textiles. It's just, yeah, if I could be paid to do that, that would be great. So I will list all of those fabric shops down below. And now I'm going to sit down and we're going to go through fabrics. This could get extremely messy because I have a lot of fabrics. So I don't know how's best to do this. These are my most recent purchases from a flea fair. This is a beautiful little ditzy cotton. And then I picked up this gorgeous linen flat sheet, which has a bit of embroidery on it somewhere, but I just love the weight and the texture to these old French linen sheets. And then this was just a load of old ticking fabric. I'm not sure what I'll use this for because it's quite thick, maybe a jacket or something. But I thought that was quite cool. I still need to wash this, hence why it's not folded up. Also picked up all of this cotton trim at the flea fair. Thought it would be useful for drawstring bags. I also picked up this really nice heavy linen. I thought this would be beautiful as maybe a blind or a cushion with some embroidery on it. Really getting into my embroidery, so I wanted nice textured plain fabrics that I could embroider on top of. Before I go through the boxes, I found another thing of fabric. It's quite a regular occurrence in this studio. This gorgeous pre-quilted fabric is from Masons in Abingdon. I'm pretty sure they still do this. And I forgot to mention in the Cornwall section of the fabric shops, if you're in Cornwall and you're in Falmouth, definitely head over to Trago Mills. They have a very good fabric section, very cheap, very good quality, most of them. It's like some of those, it's just like the cheaper ones, you just have to hunt a bit to find the good fabrics. Last time I was there I picked up this really lovely denim which has just been sat waiting for me to do something with it. I have got plans for you, but I don't have time right now for you, so you're going to have to go back away. If anyone knows any good denim sewing patterns for jeans or jackets, let me know. This fabric I've just been making a little eye mask thing out of. This is Zara Home bedding. Sadly, all of the Zara Home bedding I'm going to be showing in this video you can't buy anymore because they don't do it, but you can try searching on eBay for it. Are we ready to unleash some people's idea of hell, but my idea of heaven? This fabric is vintage Laura Ashley, which is one of my favourite things to collect. This is probably why I didn't want to film this video. I have a lot of fabric. This is a safe space. We do not choose to judge those who have lots of fabric. This is another old bed sheet. This was found in a charity shop. I love it. It's old IKEA. This is probably my most asked about fabric, and this is Zara bedding. Again, they don't sell it anymore, but they do often pop up on eBay, so you can try searching for it. This is also Zara Home bedding. This is just a tablecloth with a lovely texture to it, but I think I'm just leaving it as a tablecloth and storing it there for now. Come here, fabrics. In this box I have all of my jerseys, so just all of the stretchy fabrics. I'll only show you a few from these boxes I think you'll really like. Oh my gosh, I love this fabric so much. What is wrong with me? Okay, this is a gorgeous, sort of like, it looks like calico but it's jersey. It's beautiful unbleached cotton jersey. This is from Mason's in Abingdon. They don't do it anymore because I went in begging for some more and they said, oh no, that was a random lot that they had in that was just there. So you know what, I'm gonna move you so that you can see into the box. That's a lot better. A lot of these are from Self-Made in Copenhagen, and I ordered more online because I just love it. They're so soft. This one in particular is just like the softest jersey in the world. This is also from Self-Made, as is this gorgeous pointelle knit, which has like a floral print. I love this so much. I ordered a lot of it and I need to get round to making some more pyjamas or tops out of it. This is also from Self-Made. I love this. It's organic cotton jersey. So those are all my stretchy fabrics. What have we got next? We have, ooh, lovely muslin. This is muslin, cotton muslin in a nice cream shade. This is from Mason's in Abingdon. Haven't decided what to do with that yet. This is all a load of old linen that I decided to dye with, I don't know what, but it didn't necessarily go very well. So I've got lots of random different coloured pieces. Then I have another gorgeous thick linen sheet which looks amazing with embroidery on it. This is what I made the trousers in, the Merchant & Mills trousers. Then I have some bright red linen. This was from Dalston Mills. Again, it was really reasonable. I think it was £13 a metre for this linen. And then this is an old, just bright white linen tablecloth from H&M that I had chopped up and used. This is a linen cotton mix, and it's from Self-Made. This was really reasonable too, actually, and it's just beautiful. Now we have some more linen. This is also from Dalston Mills, more linen. I thought some pyjamas. And I also really want to do an apron pattern at some point, and I want to do it in these lovely linens. This I was gifted when I went to India. It's just really nice cotton. I don't think it's linen, I think it's just cotton. Very sweet little blue striped linen, also from Dalston Mills, as is this gingham. This is all linen. 100% linen. This polka dot I get asked about quite a lot. This is from Etsy, but I would not recommend the place that I got this from because I did not realise that it was coming from, I think, China, and it's a bit of an odd one, so just wouldn't bother going and buying weird fabrics on Etsy that come from China because it takes forever, and B, I just feel a bit weird about doing that. That is what's in that box. This is some nice brown floral cotton, but it's kind of, I don't know if it is just cotton or if it's got a bit of linen in it. It doesn't say. This, oh god, I got this so long ago. But this is from Minerva Craft. I don't mind Minerva, I just don't really buy from it anymore. It's quite a good one to buy fabrics off of though. This is a nice little bit of floral cotton from Self-Made. This is a beautiful, I believe it's old John Lewis fabric. Very very sweet. I have some of this in a different colourway up for sale on my website. This is the softest fabric. I've had this for so long, but it's wool, so I never really know what to make with it because I don't know the best way of washing it. It's kind of a little bit itchy as well, so I don't know what to do with that. Perhaps I will make cushions out of it or something. That might be a better idea. This is more Zara bedding. This gingham, no idea where that's from. On to the next row. Got a load of vintage Laura Ashley sat on top here. This was recently, I was going to sell this and then I decided that I wanted to keep it, so sorry, I haven't kept it because, you know, I have no fabrics clearly. Gingham, this is from Masons in Abingdon, and then some more gingham in this little bag. These are really useful actually, these little bags. I bought some like good quality resealable bags, and I keep little bits of fabric in them, or I don't know, just random bits and bobs, but obviously you can see into them and they're just useful for keeping things out of the way, especially if you've got lots of little scrappy bits from those bits of fabric. This is one of my favourite fabrics. It's from Merchant & Mills. Oh, it's just gorgeous. This is another Merchant & Mills fabric. I made a really sweet little night dress in this, and I wore it pretty much every day last summer at night time because it was just the softest, lightest cotton ever. There's more Merchant & Mills. I love this one. It's so beautiful. I might make a blouse in that. Got some more vintage Laura Ashley. And then this I think was from the Cloth House. This is a block printed polka dot. It could also be from the Cloth Shop. It'll be one of those two, but I don't think they do it anymore, sadly. This is one of my all-time favourite fabrics from Merchant & Mills. They don't do it anymore. And then also from them I have this beautiful sheer checkered cotton fabric, which I use on my little curtain that's by my sewing machine. Over this side, this is very old muslin that's like double-sided. It's like the most difficult thing to work with, so yeah, I had a whole stressful week at uni when I was trying to make a dress out of this and it didn't go to plan. This is one of my favourite vintage Laura Ashley pieces. I'm saving this for when I have a house, and I might want to use it as a little bistro curtain style thing. So not cutting into that. And then I have just some lovely cotton ticking from Merchant & Mills. And then this I am saving for my next dress pattern, I think. This is a huge amount of vintage Laura Ashley fabric. It's very hard to find this many meters. Some more vintage Laura Ashley. This lovely cotton lawn is from Minerva Craft. This gorgeous fabric, I don't have much left of it anymore. That was, I think, a flat sheet, vintage flat sheet. This cotton looks really lovely, made up in a dress. Sometimes I will look at fabrics and I'll go, ooh, I don't like that to look at, but then as soon as it's made into something, it looks really good. And I feel like that's the way with this one. I've got quite a bit left of this. This was from back in the day when I was making dresses to sell. This was also from Minerva Craft. It's really lovely. Excuse me, Mr. Duck. This is a really lovely weight and it feels so gorgeous on the body. So I have a few more boxes to go through. Let's quickly go through these. This is my piece of Liberty fabric that I bought. I actually think I bought this on eBay from a seller. But it's just a gorgeous floral cotton lawn. We'll make it into something someday. I have lots of this gorgeous brown gingham fabric, just 100% cotton. It's really lightweight. This is from Selfmade in Copenhagen. Probably going to make a dress in this year. This is a lovely floral cotton that I also found on eBay. That's vintage from somewhere. This fabric is from the New Craft House. I made a dress in this. It's just a I think polyester crepe, I think. I don't usually go for synthetic fibres, but I knew the print from a designer that I had done an internship over the summer when I was at uni, and so I picked that up and I made my own little dress in it. This is a gorgeous quilting cotton from I think the Cotton Patch or something like that, I don't know. This looks like my box of bedding that I use for fabrics, so most of these are Zara Home. This pink linen is a Zara Home bedsheet. This is how they come packaged, and I just keep them in these boxes when I need to use them. I mainly bought these when I was making large amounts of the tote bags and the toiletry bags, and one day I may decide to make some more, just as like a one-off run of a certain amount, so I've got these in here in case I want to do that. This was also Zara Home bedding. This was a very popular fabric in the toiletry bags once upon a time. This is Zara bedding, but I got this on eBay. This is a lovely linen, also Zara Home. I must say, I do try not to buy from Zara in general anymore, but every now and then I will buy from Zara Home. And then this lovely, very thick canvas cotton is from Merchant & Mills. It's got these really sweet little ditzy flower prints all over it, and I've got it in another colourway. They also do it in a like peachy colourway, which I kind of wish I'd picked up now. They still have it, but I don't really need it, sadly. I've got this gorgeous soft pink cotton twill. This is a lovely red gingham from Self-Made. This is, what is it? It's a cotton polyester mix, and it's quite thick, but I mean it never really creases, so it's quite a useful fabric for some things. This is the same blend but in a stripe. Really like those. Then I have some jacket fabric from when I made a jacket. I might make another one. I wanted to make one in the winter, but I just did not get around to it. Got this gorgeous old tablecloth, which I'm keeping as a tablecloth for now, until I decide I don't want to use it as a tablecloth. But it is very big, and it looks like it comes with, what are these, napkins? Wow. Very fancy looking napkins. I'm just going to show you what's in these from the side, because there's a lot of fabric in them. So there's like the odd tablecloth. This is a real random one, to be honest. Most of these are old bed flat sheets or duvets that I picked up in flea fairs and I've washed or dyed that I didn't like the look of the dye. So they're all there. They can be twirled with and everything like that. That's an old cloth house. Really lovely blue velvet. I have a sample of it pinned on my pin board. It's so gorgeous. So I might make that into like a seat cushion, because I can't really make anything in it. And also, I don't know if you've ever worked with velvet, but it is the devil. It's the actual devil to work with. I hate it. Velvet just has a complete mind of its own. So if you're thinking about trying to make something in velvet, don't. Just don't. And then the box underneath this is just all of my old uni work. So I don't need to show you that. Back you go, Mr. Box. Bet you thought it was over. I don't know if you need to see all of these fabrics. I think I'm just sort of oversharing now. So I keep quilting fabrics in these little plastic boxes, obviously because most quilting pieces are a bit smaller. You get them in like fat quarters and things like that. So I have endless amounts of these. I actually organised them recently. Let me show you. These are all of my quilting cottons. This is actually a very toned down amount for me. I got rid of a load of quilting fabric. It's all up on my website. Quite a lot of it is sold already, but there's still some available. These are not quilting fabrics though. Don't know how these have got in here, but this is a really lovely old vintage wool fabric. Again, not quite sure how to work with that. Or, well, I know how to work with it, but like, I don't know how to care for it after, so I don't know what I would want to make it into. Got some more vintage Laura Ashley. This is another old Zara Home. This is a kid's pair of curtains actually that I cut up, and I still have the curtains. I haven't fully cut into the curtains, but they were too long, so I took some offcuts off and I kept the fabric. These are all vintage Laura Ashley that I found in a charity shop one time. Just loads of different amazing colours. Those are the quilting fabrics. And these boxes just live in my IKEA storage unit, which is super handy. These two fabrics I have sitting out on the side ready to be made into something. These were both from Masons in Abingdon. This first one is a really gorgeous white with just some lovely texture and a little bit of a print, but it's sort of woven into the fabric. So I'm going to make an Amelia blouse in this and in this pink to start with, and then I might make an Amelia dress in that gingham. I think that would look amazing. So this one was actually from my friend Candice's wedding and she used it as a tablecloth, but she very kindly gave it to me afterwards because she didn't have a use for it. So of course I said I'd use it because I don't have enough fabric, as we've already realised. Over here I keep wadding, interfacing, all of the boring stuff that, you know, doesn't have a print or anything, it's just truly functional. This is full of fabric. In here I keep a lot of old Laura Ashley fabrics again. I actually haven't bought many recently. These are all quite old finds for me. I found these on Facebook Marketplace one year. It's a pair of curtains with the gorgeous yellow prints, but I don't use colour all that much. I mean, I use colour, but I've not found a use for the yellow yet, and also I don't know if I want to actually just use them as curtains. I think they'd be quite sweet. Some lovely brown floral cotton, also Laura Ashley. I've never seen Laura Ashley cord before, but this is like a baby cord with a floral print to it. I don't know what to make in this. I was going to make like a pinafore dress maybe. This fabric was from a shop in Birmingham. There's lots of fabric shops in Birmingham. They're all much of a muchness really. I don't tend to go into Birmingham that much, but there are lots there. Another Laura Ashley. That's pretty much it for my fabric collection. I could honestly carry on talking about fabric all day, but I know that it's not the most exciting thing in the world. But if you're watching this, then you probably also feel the same way about fabric that I do. So I hope you've enjoyed me rambling about fabric and where to buy fabric. It's a real hit and miss thing. It's obviously so much better when you can shop in person. I would take that over shopping for fabric online any day, but they're kind of hard to come by, these fabric shops, and I think they're quite hard to keep going, I expect. My dream is to one day have a fabric shop and, you know, have some beautiful prints in gorgeous cottons and like the nicest haberdashery, and that's like the ultimate end goal, I think, for this whole business that I've got going here. Is I love the patterns, keep them going for a bit with the digital, and then one day I would love to get them as like physical product, so you have them printed so that you don't have to print them at home, and I can send them out in a really nice little booklet. Maybe even make a book full of patterns so that you have like all of the different easy beginner patterns, and then like all of the dressmaking or little clothing items. There's just so much I want to do, but I can't get it out of my head. And I think in the next few years I'm probably going to have to find someone to help me out with these patterns, because they take me so long to bring out, and I'd love to get like a good strong foundation of patterns that I can then make into a physical pattern product. And then yeah, maybe start, I don't know, working with a few print designers and making some really beautiful prints for fabric and selling some fabric. Who knows? But none of that is happening at the moment, but that is truly what I would love to do. So maybe I will go and work for a fabric shop somewhere for a bit so I can learn the trade. And yes, I don't know, but I'm loving doing the patterns at the moment. That's just a little insight into what my head has in mind for the future. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about fabric shopping or specific fabrics, then comment below. If you have a really specific question about what fabric you want to buy for something and you want to send it to me to get an idea if it would be a good fabric or not, by all means send it to me through my website on the contact there. That's the best way to get hold of me. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video.